Give it up one more time for your host, Umberto. Yes, I am from the U.S. I've been living here in Zagreb for 2 years now. I know what you're thinking. This guy's had a rough couple of weeks. And you're right. It's been tough. I'm pretty angry. I'm fucking pissed. I'm angry that I have to answer for him for the next 4 years. I'm angry that people are going to keep asking me questions about him and all the crazy shit he says for the next 4 years. But what can you do? I'm so happy to be here, opening for my good friend Damjana. We have a lot in common, actually. Damjana is, as many of you probably know, she lived in Canada for a while. And I grew up in Detroit, which is very close to Canada. I grew up 30 minutes from the Canadian border. And do you know how many times I've been to Canada?
0.
Once. And that's more than all my friends. So, no, we love Canada. They're our largest trading partner. Canadians are very friendly. But Americans, it's crazy how little Americans know about Canada and how little time we spend thinking about Canada. Here, I'll prove it. Where are the Americans in the audience? I know there were some. Over there? Okay, you're from the U.S., yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the capital of Canada?
Ottawa?
Did she tell you? Did you tell her? I'm trying to prove a point here. Okay, did you honestly not know?
My assumption was Ottawa, but
Okay, you weren't
she
100%
whispered it
sure.
to me.
Can you imagine, like,
Not
if no
100%
Croatians knew that, like, Ljubljana was the capital of Slovenia? Crazy. But, Americans do start thinking about Canada, like, every time an election comes up, every 4 years. Because people are always saying, whenever there's an election, oh, if so-and-so wins, I'm going to move to Canada. Some people probably even start doing a little research, And then the election happens, someone wins, and then Canada's like, are you coming over, eh? We got plenty of space, come on over. You said he was a fascist, you coming over? And everyone who said that's like, yeah, Canada, I know we said that, and we do think he's a fascist, but we'd still rather live in America. That's about how many claps that joke deserves. I'm glad it's over. Like in the US, our elections are so fucking long. They last like a year. Really, a fucking year. So for 1 year, you have to watch the political commercials. Everyone's talking about it. And, you just get so sick of it. I think you can tell a lot about a country from the commercials that they have. And in the US, we have a lot of political commercials, and we have a lot of commercials for prescription drugs. So if you had spent like the last year living in the US, you'd probably have like a couple of conclusions. That we're obsessed with politics, and that we have a lot of physical and mental health issues. And that's true. We do. Like I read some statistics. 40% of Americans said that politics makes them very stressed out. And then and then there was another statistic. It was the US is like 5% of the world's population. And yet we consume 50% of the world's prescription drugs, which is just a crazy statistic. And we have a lot of commercials for prescription drugs, and they're pretty hilarious. I think we're the only country that allows this. They're dramatic and over the top, and the commercials kind of go something like this. Are you experiencing bouts of sadness? Do you struggle to get out of bed in the morning? You may have clinical depression. Talk to your doctor about Prozac. Side effects may include mood swings, irritability, worsening depression, suicidal thoughts, and death. You know, like legally they have to say that. Which I always thought was unfair to prescription drug companies, that they had to do that and no one else. Like, I think everyone should have to do that, in all fairness. Like, when you watch a commercial for Doritos, at the end, you should see something like that. Eat Doritos. Side effects may include weight gain, nausea, heartburn, gas, indigestion, depression, suicidal thoughts, and death. You know. It's a slippery slope to death. I don't know. The political commercials are pretty wild as well. They're also very overdramatic. Like, for example, you know, in the US we have two political parties, Republicans and Democrats. And usually the Republicans are very, you know, anti-immigration and very pro-gun. Those are like two big issues. And they run really dramatic commercials that kind of go like this. Kamala Harris is coming to take away your guns. She'll let illegal immigrants into the country who will come to kill and rape your family. Vote for us. We'll protect your right to own a gun and from illegal immigrants. And if you're worried about all of the other Americans with guns, talk to your doctor about Prozac. Prozac, proud partner of the Republican Party's efforts to keep guns legal in America. We never do any mashups. I think they should have mashups between prescription drug commercials and political commercials. Because, like, think of the possibilities. You know, you could have a commercial like this. Do you struggle to stay focused on one thing at a time? Do you say offensive things before thinking? You may have attention deficit disorder. Talk to your doctor about Adderall. And also, vote for Donald Trump in the upcoming election. Great mashups. I don't think Croatia would be a good market for prescription drugs, just based on what I've seen. Because everyone here seems so chill and so relaxed. You know, like, if I worked for a prescription drug company, I can just imagine how it would go. Like, if I came here to Croatia to see whether it was a good market for prescription drugs. It would go something like this. Yes, Mr. Anderson. Yes, I'm here. I arrived 2 days ago. Yeah, you know, here's the thing. I don't think it's going to work here. Well, these people aren't depressed. You should see them. And they're already taking something. Yeah. Beat us to the market, yeah. What is it? Coffee. Just coffee. Yes, sir, they do talk about politics. And the coffee seems to help with that as well. I don't know. Guys, that's going to be it for me tonight. I hope you enjoyed